Hi, it's Polly with Get Busy Thriving. I want to share a story with you that leads to something that has to do with a struggle that I see some of my clients face, and I help them through because sometimes they don't even realize it, and I hadn't even realized it. So here's what happened. So I'm in the store the other day, and this really sweet mom and her little girl, maybe 3 years old, are shopping, right? And it's for the holidays, and the little girl's like all into lots of things. Mom's in line trying to buy something, and the little girl's like, look, mom, can I have this? And she said, no, honey, no, you can't have that. And so there was this back and forth. And at one point she said, trying to get her daughter to do what she wanted her to do. She said, honey, if you put that back, you'll be able to have a treat when we get home. And that interaction right there just like opened up my eyes to so much. It was like, ding, ding, ding. Like I was trying to figure out where this was coming from. And I know in parenting, right? In parenting, it's a lot about like, they want to do all these things, especially when they're young, and we need them to listen and behave, and we want them to grow up well-meaning, right? Well-meaning programming or conditioning or teaching that we do. But what happens is, or let me share with you how I think this gets linked up. So in our brain, we link up things, right? So we get these neural associations, neural pathways where we create something is tied to something else. So how that showed up for me in this example was this little girl is taught by her mom, you behave, you do what I ask, and you'll get a treat, right? Which in this case, it sounded like it was dessert or something, somehow in her doing it over and over again. Come on, sweetie, you'll get a treat when you get home. And then she told her what it was. It was some dessert or some sugary thing, as I remember. And I used to tell my clients, I'll just go on one other story, I used to tell my clients about the story of how many of us, at least in the United States, we are raised around birthday parties, going to birthday parties. We're young, we have our own birthday party, we go to a friend's birthday party. And what do our well-meaning parents do? In a lot of cases, at least at my age, it was, a birthday cake, chocolate cake, right? So you're having all this fun, your friends are over, fun, birthday cake, chocolate cake, right? Woo, fun, birthday cake, right? And we associate, especially all the sugary hit that gives you. And then you go and you play more, right? So it gets repeated, birthday, chocolate cake, chocolate cake, chocolate cake, chocolate cake, good, fun, all this stuff. So I linked up in my own brain, chocolate cake was great, fun, really good feeling. And why I'm sharing with you this other story about this little girl and her mom was linking up treat, right? So treat, be good, and you get food, a reward, right? So a well-meaning mom is trying to train her daughter to behave in the store, and other examples I'm sure we can find. If you're a parent yourself, you understand where I'm coming from. Then that girl makes up in her mind, she links up a way to behave. You get a treat, you get food, recognition. So I hope just in sharing this story, you're starting to see where I'm going with this. And that is, where in your experience, and some of you maybe this is the case, some of you maybe not. Parents don't always use food as reward, but a lot of us do, right? So this well-meaning mom used food as a reward for her daughter, getting leverage on her to get her to do what she wanted. Well, that girl could grow up to think that when she does good, she gets a treat, she gets food, right? It's like this, it's a little bit of that Pavlov's dog, if you know about conditioning an animal or how we condition ourselves. We can be conditioned by our parents, loved ones, friends, experiences in the world is through situations like this. And so I bring this up, if the word treat has meaning for you associated to food, see if you can figure out where that maybe came from. And then ask yourself, is that the only thing a treat can be? And is it a reward for being good? No, yeah, okay. It's one thing to say, all right, I did good, I deserve a treat. Like, wanting that recognition or wanting to like reward yourself. But I invite you to possibly unlink, if that's linked up for you, to food. What else could you link it to? Right? What else could you link treat to? So you begin to control what your carrot or your reward or your chocolate cake or your dessert is. You begin to reward yourself based upon what is healthful for you. And I'm not saying don't have treats, chocolate cake, food if you want to. But when you're driven by it, and that's the only thing and the first thing that your mind goes to, you may just want to examine it. First step is like awareness of it. and then begin to go, well, what else could I give myself as a treat or a reward or acknowledgement, right? Excuse me. And sometimes it can be just like a pat on the back, like, good job, some positive self-talk, but maybe more. So I invite you to look at if treat has a special meaning for you and it's tied to food, what else could you link it up to? Come up with 10 different things that a treat for you could be. A massage, a walk in the park, downtime, coloring, going out in nature, a phone call with a friend. And then give yourself those the next time you think treat and you turn to food. Enjoy.